Seems like there isn't anything cool about being real, and modern women weaponize it to make you jealous, bitter, and desperate. In fact, let's be even more honest here. Some women out there use their social media to make other women jealous. The average woman wants her man to be faithful and honest until she finds one who ticks those two boxes. For instance, if the man is upfront and tells her that she doesn't want her to be posting provocative pics on social media, she realizes that honesty is not that cool, at least not anymore. Of course, she'll immediately call her boyfriend insecure, controlling, and sexist, among other adjectives. However, she'll not only lie to the world on social media, for instance, when she pretends she's having fun at the club, but also about other, intimate data. She'll probably lie about her body count, her expectations, and her past. Even though being promiscuous is increasingly less stigmatized, don't expect every woman you encounter to tell you who she banged and all that jazz. Some women, though, are very open about that, so in that case, thank life for showing that she's bad dating material up front. In today's video, guys, I'll explain to you why women lie and what's the best thing you can do as a man about this. The advice might shock you, so stick around because I'm sure you're going to love this one. But before we go deeper, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Che Kun, hopefully I said that correctly. She said, "Growing up as a young woman, I remember an overwhelming amount of encouragement to get a job, go to school, pursue a career, and get married/have kids in my late 30s. Even my own parents, who are a traditional couple, encouraged me to go this route, that I didn't need to rush to get married. At school, they tell teens to have sex with whoever they want and to pass out condoms or contraceptives. We used to encourage our young women to hold on to their virginity and keep it as a prize, but modern feminism has taught these women that sexual liberation is power, when in fact, it actually weakens these women and makes it harder for her to find a husband. It's a stumbling block that a lot of women fell for. I'm really thankful that having a husband and children remained really important to me in my younger years. I had a lot of people laugh and scoff at me, saying I was in a rush, even my own female peers. But while they're still single today, I got married to my husband at 21. We've been married 5 years so far, 2 kids together, and hoping to have more. It's been the richest life I've ever had, not in material things, but in quality through the love of my husband and my kids. Serving my husband and my family is very fulfilling to me. The idea of still being single and alone with a career sounds like my own personal hell, because death and loneliness surely follow. Do these modern women help the younger women when they've hit the wall? Try to tell them of the same lie that deceived them? No. These women are like a bucket of crabs pulling each other down. These older, bitter women are competing with the younger women, so they will inevitably sabotage these new generations of young women so they'll be lonely like they are. Love, family, and legacy is everything. It's what made us as strong as a nation, and modern feminism has weakened us as a country. My son loves your intro. Thanks for the content and being a great advocate for men." Wow, Che, thank you for sharing your insightful and positive, might I add, experience, and for the kind words. It's a testament that whether you're a man or a woman, religious or not, because I did notice some biblical references, there's practicality to the message we're sharing. Please feel free to reach out to us by email to claim your $5 for that meaningful comment of the day. As usual, guys, and ladies, it appears, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too. Now, back to the video. Embrace your masculinity. Let's be fair. Anyone can lie to you regardless of their gender. That doesn't mean that you should be scared of every person you come across on the street, but the rule of thumb is simple. Be cautious, especially with women. Many men believe the Disney idea that being a charming prince was a must to get the chick, but they ended up simping and paying for her caprices. Disney and the entertainment industries do lie a lot about female nature and how relationships even work, but I'm sure you've already figured this out. Let me share some examples to showcase how a woman lying to you can destroy you. You'll see why minding her behavior is way more important than any sweet lie she could ever tell you. A friend of mine has always been a one-woman guy, and his last relationship was no exception. He spent 5 years in this relationship, and he thought he had an amazing, intense, and loving relationship with his woman. He was convinced that they would marry and spend their lives together, but only the first thing happened. Imagine the financial consequences later on. Anyways, he thought that he was doing everything right, and she was indeed head over heels in love with him. Or at least, that was his point of view. On top of that, their friends would praise them for being such a lovely couple, and were amazed by how passionate their relationship was. However, one day she had a lot to drink, and she spilled the beans. It slipped out that she had been occasionally sleeping with her ex-husband behind her back the whole time. However, at the same time, she said that she couldn't stand him, that he was a weak beta male, that she fell out of love with him years before my friend came along, that she cringes every time he touches her, that she can't even stand to be in the same room as him. Well, as much as she said all those terrible things, she still banged her ex, and that's a decent amount of lies in just a few minutes. My friend was of course completely shocked, but was brave enough to end the relationship on the spot. Of course, he had a hard time getting over this, especially since that very moment, her now ex-woman is still texting him, "I love you and I miss you." My friend had to deal with heartbreak, but at least he's thankful that he didn't have a kid with that cheater. In fact, she might have been coming up with those corny texts to get him back, but she's doing nothing to rectify her situation. All that backbiting she does to her ex is irrelevant since she still slept with him. Unfortunately, there are multiple stories like this one, but the moral, or rather morals, is still the same. Even though men are told that women are pretty much angelic beings that deserve to be worshipped, the harsh reality is that ignoring your gut is the worst thing you can do. Now that open relationships and female promiscuity are less stigmatized in the West, women feel like they have the right to be with a man and still flirt with other dudes. When a girl comments, hearts, and likes photos back, you can expect she's talking, flirting, and craving a date with the man she's interacting with. As much as modern society encourages everyone to be open-minded, you shall never tolerate this. You know how it goes, right? She might be interacting with some guy on Instagram, and when you figure this out, she comes up with excuses like, he's just a friend. In many cases though, this guy is an ex or some other random dude in her particular rotation. Her hypergamy will never vanish, and now that women make more money, they reserve themselves the right to try out many guys to finally land the best one. Of course, if you ever see yourself in that position, say goodbye and never look back because you're not here to prove anything to her. Here's another story from a friend of my father. He's 24 years old and has been in his longest exclusive relationship ever for 6 months. However, for the past month, his girl was fighting with him at least once a week. It all started because she had snap streak scores over 1,000 days straight with guys who were, just friends. One of them indeed was a guy she hooked up with 3 years ago. Her unwillingness to stop these interactions made him feel very bad. He tried to let go, but at first it was very difficult. On top of that, he helped her with a car accident she had, and a few days later, she told him she was not coming to his family's Christmas Eve dinner. Fortunately, he finally blocked her after allowing his feelings to draw him back in. As Coach Corey Wayne says, liars lie, and there's not much you can do to change or influence them to be better. People who lie about little things lie about the big things also. It's not your job to fix or save broken or dishonest people. Once somebody reveals their true character through their actions, you should believe them and act accordingly. People who constantly display a total lack of integrity only get better at hiding it as they get older. They typically do not change. This might be one of the hardest red pills to swallow, especially when it comes to women. In the last couple of decades, men have been tricked into thinking that women are some sort of flawless race of humans, and as such, we must all get to our knees. Hell no. In fact, MGTOWs are so unplugged from this narrative that they see women for what they are. Women are not that special, and even former pickup artists and experts in game can verify this. As you might tell, women can lie about everything and more. Some will say this is very rude, but the reality is that while men lie about their income, women lie about their body count. Women are not all sugar and spice and all things nice, so the men aware of this are very careful when dating a girl, if he's into dating, of course. A lot of stories of women lying to their boyfriends and husbands plague the internet, so it's not difficult to realize why many men are losing confidence in women. Now, that's not to say all women are the same, but rather it is a preventive measure. No wonder why MGTOW is growing every single day, and men are unplugging from these sunshine and rainbows ideas that do more harm than good to men. Like I said before, judge a woman by her behavior, not her words. The saying goes, actions speak louder than words, so keep that always in mind. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? What is the biggest lie a woman has ever told you? If she was your girlfriend, how did you react? Are there any stories you would like to share? Have you ever come across a woman like this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you will get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video useful, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment and share it. See you in the next video, guys and ladies. Till next time.